the Sunny Studio Spring 2024 release to share a closer look. Up first, we have these cute little lovebirds with a tree branch and some leaves, perfect for spring, summer, winter, or fall, whether you add the leaves or not. And comes with two different varieties of birds, both facing each other, so you can create these cute little lovebird scenes. Some extra little hearts and flowers to go on the tree there. And you can spell out lovebirds, love is in the air, to my tweetheart or be mine, and comes with coordinating, or has coordinating dies, and also a tree branch that can be used in either orientation on your card, and you can add the leaves or not depending on the season again. And up first I have a card using some cute little rainbow clouds with the tree branches from the lovebirds. And I inked up my clouds in pastel distress inks and added the little scalloped edge there with our slimline basic border dies, and then added the banner at the bottom for my greeting using our brilliant banner 1 dies there. And I heat embossed the greeting from the set using white embossing powder, and then added a couple of those cute little hearts to fill in some extra areas and balance out my card. Up next is a card using the little clouds, cloud dies from our Plain Awesome stamps with that tree branch again there that I used some wood grain pattern paper and from Memory Box, I believe, with adding the cute little leaves with the veining details, and some bird houses from our Little Birdie stamps and our A Bird's Life stamps. Mix and match those there. And the clouds are from our Plain Awesome dies that I just cut from masking material and then inked up my background with a blue ink. And then I added a little, you can't see it on the inside, but I added a little poked holes with a little tool and strung my embroidery floss. This is a tool by a company called Tulip out of Japan. I just discovered this amazing little guy. It has a separate lid, which I love, but it has a very, very fine, sharp point, finer than any other tool like this. And it has a nice rubbery lid that stays on nice and tight. It comes in both pink and aqua, but I just wanted to know if this is something you guys are interested in. It retails for $15, so it's not the cheapest in this genre, but it is truly amazing. I've fallen in love. So on the background, I have a little dotted, added a little stitched edge there with our slimline basic border dies, a lace edge there with our eyelet lace borders, and the red gingham from our classic gingham paper pack. Up next is a little lovebirds card with spelling out "You Were Always in My Heart." The background there uses our dotted diamond landscape dies, and then I layered the stitched heart 2 dies and the scalloped heart dies, and then used the coordinating dies there to cut out the word. I added again that tree branch with the wood grain cardstock, which I inked up, and then added some little sparkly jewels to the center of my flowers using some pink jewels that we have on sale in our store right now. I just love the little sparkle they add. And then for my last little lovebird card, I have a tree branch there that I added some little cherry blossoms, and I inked up my sky there in the background with our fluffy cloud border dies again. And I just wanted to show you, I bought some mylar masking material, which I'll link down below in my description, but I bought this on Amazon, and I decided rather than continuing to create a bunch of masks that I continually have to throw away, I would just cut the dies from this mylar, or whatever you would call it, and create my own stencils to use over and over again. So I did use that there for my background and a number of cards with this release. And then I used that Out on a Limb die together with the little free cherry blossom die that comes with all orders placed in our store while supplies last this spring. So I just repeatedly cut that to create my little cherry blossom branch out of the little birdies and the greeting from the lovebird stamps. I will note on those mylar clouds, you'll want to back it with some cardstock or something to help the die go through better. It just needs something to push against, I think. For the little bunny there, this is our new set called Big Bunny. It complements our Holiday Hugs bear, and it has a little die there individually to cut out his arms so that he can hold an Easter basket, a bouquet of flowers, and a big giant Easter egg, or these little fun love letters. It comes with a really fun scripty greeting there with a coordinating die, and you can say heartfelt greetings, season's greetings, Easter greetings, spring greetings, love and greetings, warm greetings, so that's fun. Up first, I have an Easter card using the Big Bunny with the bouquet of flowers and 2 Easter egg baskets behind him. I started by inking up my background with the Twisted Citron ink and then flicking on some Copic markers there for the grass, and added the little bow there to her ear, and then I cut out the little piece there with our ribbon and lace dies, using 3 different border dies there to layer up the scallops and the stitched edge, and then I heat embossed the word Easter from the set to go with my greetings. Another Easter card here. This time I used the Easter basket with my bunny and lined up 3 of those eggs to match the eggs in the background paper there from our Spring Fever paper pack, along with the stitched rectangle dies. And then I spelled out the word Easter using our Haley alphabet dies in both the upper and lower case. And then I just love how the little egg there in the set matches the egg with the pattern paper. Here is another fun spring card using the bunny with the the carrot from our Bunnyville stamp set. And then I used an arched frame there from our stitched arches, and the pattern paper from our Flirty Flowers paper pack. And then I used the banner for a Brilliant Banner 2 die, spelling out sending heartfelt spring greetings. And I used the pattern paper from both our Polka Dot Parade and our Striped Silly there to put on my banner. Here's a cute little bunny couple, adding the little bouquet there from the new set, along with the heart from our Holiday Hugs, and then added the little bow tie for the boy and the bows for her ears for the girl. And then inked up my background using picked raspberry and seedless preserves, and then adding the little strip there along the bottom using our slimline pennant dies, which I elongated, cut twice to cover the whole length of my card there, and then stamped the greeting "You Hold My Heart" from our heart bouquet stamps, and added a couple of the little hearts from the set. Up next is a slimline card. I believe that this measures 4 inches by 9 inches. And I inked it up with a lighter shade of the picked raspberry and faded it towards white in the center. And this, I'm just showing that this couldn't go through with my die cutting machine with those stitching I added. So I had to kind of be creative and just partially run it through my die to get all 4 edges, because it was just too wide to go through my narrow die cutting machine. And then I added all the little hearts in the background and that Happy Valentine's Day with our new My Heart stamp set and die. And then added the bunny from Big Bunny and the bear, as you know probably, from our Holiday Hugs. And then just added all the little love letters. I imagined them like in different locations. I just wanted to create the look of like letters going through the mail kind of look. Up next is our Bighearted bears, which is a bunch of new pandas to complement our panda party. Has a little panda bear there holding a box of chocolates with a separate box of chocolates, and the bear with the balloons and a separate balloon if you want to do that. Has all the cute little love letters, the mailbox, and the little bear couple riding the bicycle together, and then a number of cute punny sentiments that all mix and match with the word berry. So you can say, you're very special, I'm very glad we're friends. You know, there's a million different ways, actually, not a million. There's about 12 different ways you can use it. Here is our Sprawling Surfaces set, and it creates these 3D looking scenes with the brick, and you can do the brick even like as a wall and like look like it you know, have one on each side so it looks like it's going into the distance. Here I used it for a cute little park scene, pairing the new sprawling surfaces with the park bench and trees and such from our spring scenes stamp set, and then the little bear, the greeting from the big bunny, and then the little butterfly there from our birthday mouse stamps. And then the little guy on the park bench is from our Panda Party set. And then the two new bears there from our Bighearted bears. I just love how these little bricks look with that scene. I think they're a really good complement. Up next is a Paris-inspired scene with the Eiffel Tower there, the chairs, the cafe set, all coming from our Paris afternoon stamp set. And then I used the cobblestone there from our sprawling surfaces, added the little shrubbery there with our, again, fluffy cloud border dies. And then the two new little bears from our Big-Hearted Bears. And then added the sending Valentine's Day wishes using the word sending from our new gift card envelope dies, and the little banner there for the Valentine's Day wishes. It comes from our notebook, I believe, photo corners die. Here's another sprawling surface card with the wood floors there, which I paired with the furniture from our Cozy Christmas. And then the cute little bears there that are sitting down and sleeping from our Panda Party, and the one holding the heart from Big-Hearted Bears. And then I used one of the banners, the Brilliant Banner 2 there, with a greeting from our Puppy Parents stamp set. And then the wallpaper there is from our Dots and Stripes Pastels paper pack. Here is a really cute card using the Big-Hearted Bears. For the outline frame there, I used a die from our Frilly Frames herringbone dies, and then added the scallop there from our Slimline Basic Border dies. And then that gave me a little space to write out the word thinking of you this Valentine's Day. The word thinking of you comes from our Fast Food Fun stamps. The word this comes from Alpaca Holiday, and then the Valentine's Day comes from the Big-Hearted Bears. And then I created this pile of mail using some the same little stamped piece of letter, and I went and got some masking material, and I just repeatedly stamped that letter on the masking material and cut them out. Since they're square, they're so easy to cut out. And I just repeatedly repositioned those little letters so that until I had a nice big pile of mail for him. And then I fussy cut them all out and added some little black edge to them using this memento marker just to make any white edges black. And then I paired them with the bear and the mailbox from Big-Hearted Bears. For the little speech bubble there, I used our comic strip speech bubble dies, and then added the cute little bear in the inside of the speech bubble that he's thinking of from our Panda Party stamps. Up next is a cute little card with the critters with the mailbox. I started by stamping the background using our Charming City stamps, and then adding the cute little clouds in the background from our comic strip everyday dies. Those are the smallest clouds we have in our lineup, and they just fit the scale really nicely. When I started adding my images to the foreground with the Big-Hearted Bears, I felt like they were getting lost with my background, so I ended up cutting the stitched frame there using our stitched arch dies, and then I backed it with a piece of vellum to create a little distance and a haze to make the buildings feel like they're more in the background. And then I added the cute little bear with the mailbox and the letter, and then the bear on the top of the mailbox is again from our Panda Party stamps. So they are a similar bear with different little direction they're facing or expression on their face. The banner here is from our Brilliant Banner 2 dies, adding the word love from our Love and Light stamps, the Hanukkah set. I just love the way that little love looks there in the center. Up next, I have a cute little card with the bicycle floating in the clouds, again using that fluffy cloud mask that I created, and the individual little balloons with the bicycle couple. And colored my background there with some tumbled glass distress ink, adding the little stitched 1-inch strip there with this stitching along the edge using our ribbon and lace border dies and the paper from our classic sunburst, and a little loopy heart border there from heartstring border dies. And then I added the little punny greeting, "You're very special," from the Bighearted Bears. Up next is our beautiful Bluebell stamps. It has a lot of little cute bluebell flowers in a number of different positions, both open and closed buds. And this flower here layers to have 3 different stem options. So if you're careful and you layer it in your MISTI tool or something with enough space for each of the stems going in a different direction with your cardstock, then you shouldn't have to reposition the blossom portion each time. I would recommend positioning your flower in a downward position like this, like upside down, so that you can change the lengths of your cardstock depending on which flower you're stamping at that particular moment. So up first, I used the beautiful Bluebells in our new wicker basket die here, and added in some butterflies from our watering can stamps and the grassy edge there from our slimline nature border dies, which match our new mini grass border dies. And those are not mini in length, they're just mini in height, so that they are kind of a smaller scale to work in the background of your card. And then there is our Spring Hello from our Cheerful Daisy stamps. And I also flicked on some of the grass just to add a little detail to go with my layering sets. And sometimes when I'm working with die cuts for that are being mixed with stamps, I like to add a little detail with my Copics to kind of make them blend in with the other images. So I traced over some of the wicker basket details with a Copic marker. Up next is a card using the beautiful Bluebells with our Garden Fairy stamps. And again, I was just having a heyday with my cloud mask there. So I created a cute pink fluffy cloud background using some spun sugar distress ink. Spelled out the word yay with our Haley alphabet, uppercase and lowercase alphabet. And then stamp the word "Here's to a lifetime full of happiness, love, and adventure" using our Inside Greetings Congrats, and "So Happy for You" is also from Inside Greetings Congrats. Added a little curved grass there to match my stitched oval 2 dies cut window there. And then the banner for my greeting is using the Brilliant Banner 2 dies. I love how it sort of frames the bottom of that oval. Here is a fun wreath card with the beautiful Bluebells that I layered over our snowflake circle frame dies. I cut 2 of them out of brown cardstock and kind of moved them over so that they could create a wreath. And then I added "You Are My Favorite" from our Lovey Dovey and some blue cornflower jewels that are also on sale in our store right now. And then the bottom there, I add a little blue stitched strip from our ribbon and lace, and a little scalloped edge there from our eyelet lace border dies. Here's a fun card using those same Bluebell flowers. This time I used the stitched rectangle die from our new treat bag topper and the word "sending" with from our gift card envelope dies, which I'll be sharing in a moment. And then this little strip, which I shortened from our notebook photo corners die, and the word "birthday wishes" that I stamped. I can't remember what set they came from. And then I had some little openings there between my letters for the my flowers, so I added some little dots, white dots, to fill those in. And for the background there, I used a paper from our classic gingham paper pack. Here's another card using that same grid paper from the Classic Gingham paper pack, and this time I used the stitched heart die there with the greeting, "You are always in my heart," from our My Heart dies, stamps, and added all the flowers there in a purple print, adding in some little leaves there from our Out on a Limb die there, the tree branch. The leaves have such cute veining, and I thought they really filled in the rest of my heart nicely. Up next is a brand new little 3x4 stamp set that's called Puddle Jumpers. Includes a little girl in a ducky raincoat and has a duck standing, a duck sitting for floating in the water, little duckies to either sit or stand, walk, and then the little froggy umbrella and the puddle and little solid raindrops. Some of our other sets have an outline of a raindrop, so I wanted to do this one solid, and little splashes there for the to go around the duck. And then there's the greeting, "What'll you know, it's your birthday, a little ray of sunshine's on your way." I had to kind of rearrange the order of them, so they might be hard to read on the set, but I wanted to squeeze all those greetings into a small space. So up here I'm using almost all of the little ducky elements with the standing duck and the puddle and the raindrops and the clouds from our spring shower stamps. And then I added a scallop edge to the bottom using our ribbon and lace border dies, and then added that blue striped paper to match everything from our Sleek Stripes pattern paper. And I just continued it into the bottom because I actually die cut my actual card front with that die. Here is a cute little card with the background. I created those masks again with the plain awesome dies that I had out, and inked up some tumbled glass, and then added that mini grass border in my background, and added some little tufts of grass with my Copic marker. And then the little pond scene is from our Country Scenes die. I masked off the top that I had colored with my Copic so I could ink in the bottom with some distress inks. Added the little duckies there from the Puddle Jumpers and the little waves of water around them with this image from that set. And then the lily pads and everything come from the Country Scenes as well. Stamped the words Spring Greetings from our Spring Greetings stamps and onto a banner that I cut out using our Brilliant Banner 1 dies. I used some scraps of paper, both from our classic Sunburst and our our Polka Dot Parade, I believe. Here's a fun little clean and simple card. I used the polka dot from our Polka Dot Parade and the little mini mat and tag 4 die for the Rick Rack Edge mat there. Little family of ducks, both from the Puddle Jumpers, and the one in the front there is from our Farm Fresh. Add a little banner here from our gift card envelope dies. It has a I cut this little banner out of a piece of scratch cardstock and made a template so that I could pop them in and keep them all perfectly spaced like I did here on this card. And then those same little banner pieces were just the right size to turn into little cute party hats for my ducks. For this card here, I started by die cutting one of our small stitched circle dies from green cardstock, inking up the edges with some twisted citron, and cut the larger white circle using our stitch circle dies in the large size, and then cutting a bunch of layers in and adding the grass in the different sizes from our mini grass border dies. The kite, the butterflies, and the tulips all come from our spring showers, and then of course the little girl and her duck come from both our new Puddle Jumpers. And then the little hi cutie phrase comes from our Happy Hamsters stamp set. And then the background is from our Gingham Pastels paper pack. And I added the stitching there with our, I believe it was our slimline basic border dies, although you can get a similar look with our ribbon and lace border dies. For this card, I created a little mini slimline sized 4 inches by 7 inches, combining the little girl from Puddle Jumpers with the kiddos from our spring showers, and using the little cloud border there from our Slimline Nature border dies, which gave me a place to add the little sentiment there from our spring shower stamps. I stamped the little raindrops in my background to sort of frame them all, making sure not to put any where their umbrellas would have protected them from the rain there. I just love how these two sets complement each other. For our next my next share, I have our My Heart stamps and dies. Includes a nice, really good sized Happy Valentine's Day set with the coordinating die there. And then You Are Always in My Heart, which is can be good all on its own, but it also fits nicely within the confines of a heart, like I did here. So you have the stitched heart die here, with the background being our bursting heart dies. I cut it from black cardstock, and then I cut tapered strips of cardstock there too as the hearts got smaller, and I just put them in the back of my card panel, so and then mounted it onto a white cardstock card front there, so you can't see any of it. And then add a little heart there. It comes with in the set, or you can use one of the hearts left over from the bursting hearts. And then just re-showing you here all the different ways I used it within the heart there, and then a Happy Valentine's Day. So it's a really nice size to take center stage on your projects. Here is a really fun die called Spring Garden. Comes with a watering can, little cute garden trowel and shovel with the little handles that you can add in a separate color. A cute little terracotta pot, the little layers for the watering can, a bunch of different fun flowers, including like a tulip. You can turn one into a daffodil, the leaves, and little water drops there to come out of the watering can. Here is a card creating them with daisies and tulips there with the terracotta pots. I created my window using our window trio square dies, and filled the little openings there with our polka dot parade paper, and then a strip of our classic gingham, which I die cut using our ribbon and lace border dies, and then added a spring hello, again using our cheerful daisy stamps. It's just a nice, good, large greeting in a cute font. And then I paired our new spring garden dies with our wonderful window dies here for my window, and then the little flower box comes with the window, but all the elements on the bottom half of my card are otherwise from the new garden spring garden dies. However, when I was getting done, I kind of felt like the top half of my card was empty, so I added the little banner there, which I elongated from our gift card envelope dies, and then added the little birdie there from our rustic winter dies, and heat embossed the word hi from Hawaiian hibiscus stamps. And then also I should note there's that little grass down there with the little mini grass border die. Here I used the little butterflies from our mini basic shape die number 2, and added the little greeting, a little ray of sunshine is on the way from the new Puddle Jumper stamps, and then a little grass there from our mini grass border dies. And then I added these little stitch rectangle frames, which I stacked 3 of them on top of each other from our treat bag topper dies that are new that I'll share here in a second. And then up next we have our wicker basket dies, which includes like an embossed texture of the wicker basket with a little opening to put things in the basket. Comes with a layered little stems there for flowers, a little layered bow here with the 2 pieces of the bow with a little knot in the center, a little jelly bean, 2 tufts of grass, the egg, of course, the flowers and the leaves, and yeah, it's a really fun set. Here is a card using almost all of the elements. I started by using a pattern paper in the background from our Spring Fever paper pack, and then layering over it our frilly frames eyelet lace die there with the little scalloped edge, and then I layered all the elements with the banner from our Brilliant Banners 2, added the words basket full of love from our eggs to die for, and then all the cute little elements from the set, including the bow, the eggs, and the flowers and the tufts of grass. Here I paired them with our Chicky Baby stamps. I started by die cutting that frilly frame polka dot die with our with our polka dot parade paper. No, dots and stripes paper. Added the greeting and the little chicks with a no line coloring. Using the Chicky Baby, I kept them in, I printed them or stamped them on a strip of paper, left all my stamps in place. First I stamped them with a really light ink and colored them in, and then when I was done coloring them, I put them back in my Misty and just inked up with a little tiny corner of my ink pad, the eye portion, wiping off anything that got anywhere other than the eyes, restamped them. So I was able to just stamp the eyes to make them pop. It's a lot easier than trying to stamp a perfect circle with my pen or do a perfect stamp circle with my pen. And then these little eggs were cut from white and inked up, so they have a really nice glow to them. And then the bow was also inked up with distress inks to match, with a little Copic detailing to make it look even more realistic. And then here's that card again, so you can see all 3 cards I made with the wicker basket dies. Here's a closer look at those mini grass border dies, just with the shorter grass there, and you have both a curved and a straight option. So just to go over all the cards you've already seen here, there's all these with the grass. Sorry, I kind of went off the top of the screen here. But yeah, I can see this becoming one of my new favorite dies. A customer requested we get this in because we had it with our comic strip Everyday Dies, and I'm so glad she emailed me and requested it. Here we have our new gift card envelope dies. It has not only an envelope for a gift card that would fit a gift card, which fits really nicely on a 6x6 piece of paper with room to spare, but you can cut out all these really fun elements. You can even fit it at a diagonal if you want to change the orientation of the paper and do the gingham a different direction. But it comes with the word sending my love, be mine. It comes with 2 cute little postage stamps with the XOXO, the love to put in the stamp, a little row of hearts that you can put in the skinnier stamp, and comes with a number of unique heart shapes that don't overlap any of the other previous hearts that we released. 3 little flowers, which can be used on their own or within the postage stamps. And then here, let's show you some of the things I made with it. I'm going to start with this card here using the little row of postage stamps from the set. And I paired it with some pattern paper from our Flirty Flowers paper pack. And then added little notebook papers there from our notebook tabs die, and then added the little notebook lines to it using our a cut above stamps, and then also cut out or stamped and cut out the pattern paper, or excuse me, scissors using the cut above, and then did the pencil there from our Color My World set, and then again the push pin is also from a cut above, and then added the little Happy Valentine's Day using our Happy Thoughts stamps, stamping them in gray ink so that they would look like they were written out there on the lines of the notebook paper with the pencil. And then added those little stitched hearts there, 2 of them, to look like they were almost cut out with those scissors. You know how you fold a piece of paper in half and cut them out like in the good old days. And then here's a couple Valentine's Day cards, also using a lot of those fun hearts from the set. I have Be Mine and Sending My Love on the card, so I used all the different words that you can use. And then for the backgrounds, I have the Quilted Hearts portrait and Quilted Hearts landscape dies that I used. And then I used the negative space for the one on the right. I used a lot of the hearts negative space with the little heart that pops out of the center after you've die cut it. And then added the little heart-shaped pearls that we have in our store. And for the background of the one on the left, the little lighter peachy pink hearts, I layered with our stitched heart number 2 dies, which perfectly coordinate with the size of this stitched heart. So here is a look at the gift card envelope all assembled. You can cut it out of the pattern paper there and enjoy the nice double-sided paper. Have a little Macy's gift card in here. And then I added the heart on the front with a little stamp, and I stamped the words "For You with Love" using our Baking Spirits Bright stamp set. And the paper is from our polka dot pastels, dots and stripes pastels, excuse me. And here we have a little Valentine's gift. You could use them to make little envelopes for like classroom Valentines, which I share here. Here's a closer look with our Bighearted bears and the pandas. So you don't have to use them just for gift cards. They'd be great for classroom Valentines. And here is our new tag topper, treat bag topper dies. And they are size 4x4 when they're laying flat open, so you can easily fit them on a 6x6 piece of pattern paper. Comes with a little banner, a layered party hat, the word happy, and a little stitched rectangle die. So as I mentioned earlier, I used that stitched rectangle to stack 3 of them here, and they just so nicely fit onto the front of an A2 size card. So I think I'm going to be using that trick a lot. Here is an example using all the elements from the treat bag topper dies. There I used some yellow cardstock to cut out the background, spelled out the word happy, added the banner and the party hat, and stamped the little word birthday, which I think we have in like a million different sets. I think literally half of our sets have that word birthday in it. So anyway, and then we have these that I took pictures with the treats on our blog, but I ate those treats because I didn't want them to go bad before Valentine's Day, so I will add new treats when it gets closer. But you can use these with the little craft bags. They work perfectly with any bag that is size 4x6, which Amazon has a lot of them. As you can see here, the way the die is constructed, you're going to see the back. However, this isn't really how you would do it, but if you want to cut 2, you could layer it so that there's another one. That would make the handle stiffer and a little stronger, and you could have the back so it doesn't have a little cutout there. So for these, I used the Gingham Pastels paper pack and the Dots and Stripes pastels and the Stitched Heart 2 dies to cut out the little background. And I added the little tree branch and the birdies from our lovebird stamps, and I colored them to match the little crafts so they would coordinate nicely with that. And then I just wanted to show you here how some of the all the bags up close. So I got these on Amazon, which I will also link in the description. But you can use these little glassine bags that are semi-transparent. They're kind of a waxy bag, although food oils will kind of seep through them. So if you want one intended for like a greasy cookie, you might go with one that is like wax lined. So here's just an example of what they look like on the little bag. I use double-sided tape to adhere them, but you can also staple through them to adhere them. These would just make really cute gifts for coworkers or hand out to grandkids on the holidays. You can use them for Easter, Valentine's Day, Christmas, any occasion. Great for classroom Valentines. Stamp the words, had the little bears there from our Bighearted bears. The pattern paper is from our Flirty Flowers. The red gingham is from our Joyful Holiday. The love is the word that came with our gift card envelope dies. And here is a look at those different bags again. I'm going to flip it over so that label's not distracting. And then, sorry, the card went off the edge, but I wanted to create a card with those little party hats from the set, paired with the perfect gift box and the balloon, bright balloons and the little banner there from the gift card or the treat bag toppers. And then I added the stitching there with our ribbon and lace border dies, and all the pattern paper comes from our Rainbow Bright paper pack, and the greeting on the bottom is from our Inside Greetings birthday stamps. Sorry, that was a mouthful. The balloon in the center was stamped using our classic Sunburst paper pack. And that is the whole entire spring release. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I hope you will join us on our blog. Thank you. Bye-bye.